Here we go.
Welcome. This is a recorded session, so I just want to give that heads up. We're going to give it just another minute or two to see if anybody else joins us. So we're going to go over using your VA educational benefits at Seattle University. My name is Gabby. I'm one of our school certifying officials out of the financial aid office. Edith Larson is with us. She is also out of the office, financial aid office. And then Lee Miller is here. She is out of the office of the registrar. This presentation will go over what to expect for first time in college students, and also if you are bringing in transfer credits. So applying for the GI Bill benefits or changing and updating your information, required documents that we need to get started. If you're a transfer student, that extra item you have to take care of. Two-part certification is now the requirement for the VA, not just a best practice. The quarterly letter you'll receive each term from the VA, and not to panic when you get that letter. And then what you will be paying out of pocket. So applying for your GI Bill benefits, this is for any benefit, whether it's the post 9/11, DEA, you're going to go on to va.gov. You'll do either apply for benefits as if this is your first time applying, or if you need to update because you've changed schools. It's all under that education section. It does take between 10 to 30 days for the VA to process, and then they do mail you out a letter. That letter is called your certificate of eligibility, and that is what our office will need. If you have access to e-benefits, you can also go to your educational section of e-benefits, and we can use a screenshot of that to get started as well. So the required documents that we need here in our office is going to be that letter called the certificate of eligibility. If you are using Chapter 33 post 9/11 and you are starting classes before August 1st, we will need a copy of the DD 214 member 4 for veterans or their spouses. That is to verify separation and eligibility for yellow ribbon. The other two items we'll need, you don't need to do right now. We will send you out an email that's a welcome and what the next steps are, but it's an authorization to release information to the VA. FERPA regulations, you may or may not have heard in prior sessions, do take effect. And so we do need that release to give information to the VA. The other item is just a student responsibility form. That's just between you and us, so you know what to expect from us and what we expect from you in regards to keeping your account updated. Okay, so I'm going to let Lee talk about program evaluations here.
Okay, so welcome. Again, my name is Lee Miller. So this is applicable for all students, but very relevant for transfer students. So the VA will only certify or only pay for courses if they are degree applicable. For incoming students, you don't have to declare a major until the end of your sophomore year. So it's a non-issue at the very beginning. But once you are in a major and pursuing a major, which many transfer students are, the courses need to apply to your degree. So if you are taking a course that does not apply to your degree, the VA will not cover it. And if there is a situation in which you register for a course that is not eligible, I will reach out to you before I certify, just to make sure that your schedule is set as you intend it to be. You will use if you type in myseattleu.edu, it will bring up the website. You may have already been there, but you can log in. There is, this is where you'll register for classes and also where your program evaluation is. And so that is how you can tell if a course is applying to your degree or not, and what are the remaining requirements for your degree. And when working with your advisor, they will also help to make sure that you are taking degree applicable courses if you let them know that that is that's important for your educational benefits. So full-time for undergraduate students, in order to get your full BAH, which is the basic housing allowance. During the standard school year, fall, winter, and spring, 12 credits is the minimum that you need to be registered for to be a full-time student. For graduate students, those same quarters, it is 6 credits to be considered full-time. Summer is its own different animal, and when we get there, you'll get a lot of information from us about how summer works, and summer is also an optional term. So you can take courses in the summer, and if you want your VA benefits applied, you need to tell us because it's an opt-in. Some students choose to pay for courses in the summer because they're often offered at a discount rate at the undergraduate level, but it's up to you. But again, that is an optional term, so we will not automatically certify you for summer if you decide to take courses in the summer. And if you ever have any questions about applicability, and if your courses are full-time and the sort of online versus residency courses, feel free to reach out to me at the ba@seattleu.edu email.
Okay, so two-part certification. So Lee kind of went over that there is the basic housing allowance, BAH, and then there's tuition and fees. The housing allowance and book stipends are paid directly to you, the student. Tuition and fees are paid directly to us, the university. Your credits that you are taking or rate of pursuit is what drives your housing allowance. So we certify that prior to the start of term. We then go back after 10th day of term, which is when most, after 10th day of term, there's very minimal changes to course schedules. And so we try and send the cleanest bill to the VA to minimize any debt letters or delays in your payments. And so you'll receive a letter once Lee has certified your credits that says, these are the term dates you've been certified, these are the number of credits you've been certified, but it's going to show that there's 0 tuition and fees. Please, please, please do not panic. I promise you, we will go back in after that 10th day and we will bill the VA. You will also see on your financial aid award letter that you have pending aid. So as long as that pending aid is showing, you will be fine. The other nice thing is that, as Lee mentioned, for undergraduate students, 12 credits is full-time. And fall through spring quarters, we do flat rate tuition. So any classes, credits 12 to 20 credits is the same price. So as long as you are taking 12 credits that count towards your degree, if there's another class that would really help in your interest, or it would look good on your resume, you just really want to take that class, as long as you stay under 20 credits, there would be no additional charge to you. Again, summer is very different. So if you decide that you want to take some summer classes, please reach out to us and we'll give you more information about that. Okay, so here's everybody's real question. What's it going to cost me? So as you'll notice on here, the breakdown is by quarter. You'll also notice there are no room charges on here because those charges, room and board, you do have to pay for those because the VA is sending that money directly to you, not to us. So we just have on here the tuition and fees that the VA will cover, and then how it breaks down. So if you are using, and this is for post 9/11 chapter 33, which the majority of our students use, the VA will pay out 33 first until they hit the yearly tuition and fee cap. Once that tuition and fee cap is hit, then if you're eligible for yellow ribbon, that will kick in on the back end. So if you can see fall quarter, it's just going to be from chapter 33. Winter quarter, you have chapter 33 and yellow ribbon. And then spring term, you just have yellow ribbon. If you're doing quick math, you will see that those numbers don't add up to that 14,000 in yellow ribbon funding. So there is a little bit of money left over each year that you can use if you want to take summer courses. If you're one of our students who's in a science and engineering program or in a nursing program, that's going to be a lot smaller because you do have more fees and lab courses throughout the year. But those are options. And again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. There are a couple fees that the VA will not cover. If you can see on here, orientation fee is missing. That is because currently the VA will not cover our orientation fee. They also do not cover music lessons. And they will not, if you're taking an extra course that doesn't count towards your degree, they won't cover any fees associated with that course. If you choose to study abroad and there's a program fee, that is another thing they won't cover. But 90% of everything that's there and charged to a student's account is covered by the VA and billable. The other thing is, like I mentioned, room and board, you do have to pay for directly. It is due by tuition due date. If it's something where you need to look into a payment plan or you would rather do a payment plan than pay upfront, you'll want to email us at va@seattleu.edu. We can set those up. They do have a yearly fee, and then we will monitor those for you. It's just our system, because VA benefits, we're waiting for a check payment. If you try and just go into the system and process those, they will try and charge you the full amount that's due instead of just the room and board amount. But those are an option for families. Okay, so getting a hold of Lee, Edith, or myself. The best way to do that is through the email va@seattleu.edu. That is a shared email. All three of us are looking at it. You will get a much quicker response and it's not going to get lost in our inboxes. Also, we have our website, seattleu.edu/veterans. And you can, if you're scanning or emailing to us, same email address. If you need to fax, the fax number is there for you. And then our mailing address is there as well. We do offer, we have walk-in times. Edith and I are not on walk-ins daily, but a couple times a week we're on walk-ins. You can also set up individual appointments with us. If you would like to do that, you can either go to the financial aid website and just look to set up an online appointment there, or if you want to do it in person, you're welcome to contact us. And now I will open it up. If you guys have any questions, you can either unmute or you can type it into chat.